you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Look out, there comes... Oh,
no.
Crash. Well, you've played games like this before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
All right, let's turn it off. Well, okay. And I understand you're president of the computer club.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've looked inside a computer at some time or other?
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, let's take a look inside this one.
Okay.
I have it all ready so that we can take it apart relatively quickly. I will disconnect this and disconnect that.
Okay. What are those for?
Well, that's to connect the keyboard, to the rest of the thing.
Okay.
And there's what the keyboard looks like underneath. Okay, now what do you see?
A big piece of metal or aluminum.
A big piece of aluminum. Any idea what that's for?
Not really.
Well, when you turn on the computer and you feed the signal over to the television set up there, you're actually a little television station. So you're sending out signals that could interfere with other sets. So this is shielding. They put this over the top to keep the signals right here and send them only through the wires up to your television set. Okay, now if we take this off, now you get at the real part of the computer.
Oh, yes.
This is what you've seen before, I assume. Yeah. You recognize what those are?
Those are ROM chips and RAM chips?
Well, this one is the ROM chip, and this it's not the chip. The chip is actually buried inside here, and all these little bumps that you see are the wires that are connected to it to make it go all other places. And this is the central processing unit of this one.
Oh.
You see these 8 along here?
Yes.
This is an 8-bit computer. Oh. You've heard of that?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Each one of these sends a byte off to the screen, and each little dot has to have a signal from each one of those.
What is this?
That one, from what I understand, is the color control. You can control the color image on the screen by juggling that. And here's what happens, you see, when you put in the joystick.
Yeah, the current
goes through all these little things and goes all over the place. And here's where the cartridge goes in over here.
Comes down to these.
It goes down to those. Anyway, that's a look inside. It's very complicated.
Yes.
And I certainly have a great deal of respect for the engineers who design that kind of thing. Let's put the shielding back on. And then we'll put the cover on, because not all of the computer is so complicated. But first you have to help me connect these parts.
Okay.
You get that one?
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now, you were working that joystick before.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, and I'll bet you haven't taken a joystick apart.
No, I haven't.
Ordinarily, you don't do that. Well, let's take a look at this one. I had you hold it on the top because I've already got all the screws out. First of all, look what's underneath.
A little plate or something.
Little plate. You see that plastic wheel?
Yes.
Move the joystick.
Oh, it presses down on something on the plate.
See, there are 4 little bumps there, and that presses on it.
Now these little silver?
Right. Well, here, let's take a look at it. We can pull it up like this. Let's assume the current is coming in down here. See how it follows on those copper things?
Yes.
And then trace that one. When it gets right to there, it stops.
Why?
Because that's a switch.
Oh, so if you press it in.
Press it in on it.
Go right through.
And that's what that little plastic wheel does.
Oh, neat.
So now you can press this one and this one at the same time, or any one of them. And here's the one that was the sort of the start button.
Okay.
All right, this time you're going to play the game, but you can't use the joystick. You have to use the switches.
Oh, no.
Okay. Take it. Go ahead. Hang on. Okay. Are you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how you do. Up. Push the top one. That's the idea. Now to the right. Yeah. Very good.
It's a lot harder with just using
a lot harder?
Yeah.
Sure, because the joystick is... Wow, what's going on?
I just ate a ghost.
You get a ghost, I see, even without the joystick. Yeah.
I'm dead, though.
Anyway, so it's not nearly as complicated, and you don't really have to understand anything that goes on in the computer to have fun with it and actually do some very amazing things. But this was one I thought you would get a kick out of because it's so simple.
That's neat.